and welcome back to Organized-ish. My name is Leela if you're new here, and my channel is all about helping you find fast and easy ways to get your home and life more organized. Now today, this is not going to be a fast project. This is more of like a full deep clean and organize of my laundry room because we remodeled the laundry room about a year ago and added all this cabinetry, but since then, it's kind of gotten out of hand, and so today I want to pull everything out, clean all the shelves, reorganize, declutter, get everything nice and clean, like behind the washer dryer, all that, and just refresh this room because it feels just dirty in here and I can't stand it anymore. If your laundry room is kind of a mess like mine, I hope this inspires you to take a day and get yours all cleaned up and refreshed just in time for summer. First things first, we're going to empty out as much as we possibly can from this room so we can clean all the floors and surfaces. The first step in deep cleaning my laundry room is first getting the laundry out. I am just taking everything to the closet, and I would love to know, do you leave your clothes in the dryer for a while? Do you dump them in a laundry basket? Do you fold them immediately? Let me know in the comments what your laundry routine is and whether you put it away quickly or if you just let it hang out in the laundry room for a while, because I do a little bit of both. Sometimes I get it out of the dryer and put it away right as soon as it's done, and then other times it may sit in the dryer for like 2 days. My laundry room also doubles as kind of our cat room, and so the cat food is in here, the litter boxes, they like to hang out in the windows and look outside, and clearly Doc is loving having this extra space in here because he's been rolling around constantly. See what was behind the washer and dryer. There's a pair of underwear, a random cord that I have no idea what that goes with, a pot holder, a container of the dryer sheets that's been missing for a while, a Lego, and a nail. There's a nail, there's a dead ladybug. Yeah, this is gross. The baseboards behind the washer and dryer are so dusty and linty, and so I'm going to use this dryer sheet to clean them. I tried this a couple of months ago back in my bathroom cleaning video, and it worked really well. So hopefully it's going to work well again. Since this is such a small room, I'm going to go ahead and mop behind where the washer and dryer were so I can push those back up against the wall and have a little more space to work with on the outside of the room. So I'm just going to go ahead and mop this area, let that dry, and then I'll push the washer and dryer back. And side note, I've been using that new Ecolab floor cleaner from Home Depot, and it is so good on these floors. I am super impressed with it, and I think I will continue to buy it. I'm also dusting the rest of the baseboards, and then once the floor is dry and I pushed back the washer and dryer, I can go ahead and start cleaning these. So inside where your detergent goes, if you don't take it out and clean it often, it gets some mold in the back. And actually, I just cleaned mine a month ago, and this is how much is already back in here. So it's really, really important to clean your washer and dryer. And if you have a front loader, you also have this filter in the bottom. And if you've noticed that your clothes are starting to smell kind of off even after they've been washed, it may be time to clean out this filter. You're supposed to empty out this hose first, and that's supposed to prevent the water from coming out when you take the filter out, but I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or if I just have a lot of water built up, because even when I use the hose, I still get water everywhere. But look how disgusting that is. I literally just cleaned this a month ago. So I'm going to wipe down the gasket and the inside of where the tray goes, and then I'll head to the kitchen and wash all of the trays and the filter so they can go back inside, and then I can run a clean cycle in the washing machine. Once a month I run a clean cycle in my washing machine, and I use these fresh cleaners, and then every 3 months I clean the machine by hand with a vinegar soaked rag. It's not a vinegar cleaning month, and so I'm just gonna throw one of these tabs in and let the washing machine do its thing while I finish organizing the room. I know you know that you're supposed to clean your dryer vent every time you run a load in the dryer, but how often have you actually cleaned out the inside? Not with one of those little brushes that doesn't pick up anything, but like really emptied out the lint out of the inside. So I'm going to use this thing right here, and it attaches right onto my vacuum. So I'm just taking the end of the vacuum here. If you have a big vacuum, this can go right on the hose, and it just squishes right on. And then you use this little wire handle thing to be able to maneuver around. I'll show you how this works. Before I clean the floors and the washer and dryer on the outside, I want to go ahead and empty out these cabinets above, get everything off of them, clean the shelves, reorganize everything, because I have a feeling there's going to be some dust and dirt and stuff like that that's going to fall on top of the washer and the floor. So I want to go ahead and take care of that, and then we'll just work our way down. Last year when I remodeled my laundry room, I added these labels that I got from Amazon, and since then my needs have changed and I need to reorganize some of these bins. So I do still have the original sheets from these labels, and I found out today that they actually come off the containers and they don't get damaged, so I was able to put them back on the sheet and swap it out for a new one. Now, I did use a label that says vacuum bags, and these are actually vacuum accessories, but there wasn't a label for that, and so I just chose the closest one. Sometimes it's a lot easier to just use a pre-made label that kind of goes with the category versus having to make your own labels or change up all the other labels just because this one doesn't match. Also, as I was going through this, I found a vacuum attachment for a vacuum that I haven't even had for the last 2 years, so I don't even know why that's still here. I'm changing out a few more labels, and I'll link these down in the description because they are so great. They're already pre-printed, you get a ton of selections, and they're water resistant, and so they're not going to get damaged if your hands are wet and you're trying to pick it up. Now it's time to refill these cabinets again, and I'm using a lot of the same containers that I already had because they've worked out really well for me. They just got really cluttered inside, and some of them didn't really need to be there anymore. So I changed up the contents, and I'm just putting them all back. I got these containers from Walmart. They're part of the Home Edit laundry line, and they have been really great. I love that they have the handles. I love that they're clear and I can see what I need, and they're actually really thick. So I think that these are as good or maybe even better than the Home Edit ones that they sell at the Container Store, and they're way, way cheaper at Walmart. I'll link to the sizes and sets that I used in the description because I highly recommend these. Since I have 2 cabinets above my washer and dryer, I split them up into 2 categories. So this one that I'm working on now is cleaning supplies, and the one on the left that we'll tackle next is actual laundry supplies. So over here on the bottom, I'm using these turntables to keep all of my cleaning products, and I have them separated by category. So that one is all of our floor cleaners and carpet/upholstery cleaners, and then this one here on the right is our multi-purpose cleaners like dusters and tub cleaner and Febreze and stuff like that. So it really helps to have these in 2 separate turntables. That way I know where to look, it's easy to find, and I can see if I'm getting low on something. Now I will note that we do keep a lot of our bathroom cleaners inside the bathroom and our kitchen cleaners inside the kitchen, and so that frees up a lot of space in this area. This cabinet is really just the cleaners that we use all around the house that aren't room specific. Now that this side is finished up, I'm going to start on the laundry cabinet side, and I'm just going to kick this off by restocking some of the containers that I've been using that have been working for me, and then we'll get this cabinet filled up again. While we're working on the laundry cabinet, I want to show you a couple of different ways to tackle cords. So these are what are called ghost ties, and I found them on Amazon. I'll put a link, but they're like a stretchy silicone hair tie kind of. And so you just put the cord together like this, bunch it up neatly, and then you wrap that silicone ghost tie around it, and it just hooks in and it keeps everything nice and safe without putting too much stress on the cord. But don't feel like you have to buy a cord wrap. I actually had this claw clip and it broke and I was about to throw it away, and then I realized it's the perfect size to hold the cord for my steamer. This is a great way to use things that you already have without spending extra money, and you can always upgrade them later, but you don't have to have those Pinterest perfect organizers all the time for every single product. It really does take a while to find your style and accumulate all of the containers to have a pretty cabinet like you're about to see here, and it hasn't always been this way for me. I gradually grew my container collection. I started with mismatched containers. A lot of these sat in their original boxes, and all that is totally fine. So as my budget allowed, I was able to add a few things, and then I was able to add the labels, and then I was able to decant some of these things, but it's not a priority. This is all just things that you do after you have your storage in place and you've got your organization systems and you're able to maintain it. All these aesthetic things are things that you do later on. It's not something that you start with because you're not going to be able to maintain it, and then you're just going to regret spending all that money. But if aesthetics are important to you, here is proof that you can get a really nice, pretty look for a very low price tag. Now I'm about to tackle what I call the tower of shame, and no matter how many times I clean up this cabinet, it always seems to get messy again, so we are gonna try again. I'm going through mateless socks right now, and I would love to know in the comments, how long do you hold on to mateless socks? Do you keep them for a short amount of time? Do you hold on to them forever? What do you do with your mateless socks? We keep most of our tools in the garage, but I do like to keep a few things upstairs in this laundry room just so they're easy to access and I don't have to go downstairs to get just like a tape measure or a level or something. I know these little hand tools and drills don't actually go with the linens that are going in this cabinet, but it's an easy place that we can reach. It is in the central location of our house, and it's more proof that you get to make the rules when you're organizing your house. You don't have to have just linens in a cabinet, and you don't have to have just tools in one place. You can store things however you want, and it is completely up to you. It doesn't matter what everyone else does, and it doesn't matter what the pictures look like, because it's your house and you live in it and you do things your way. One quick little organizing project that I want to do is adding these command hooks to the side of this cabinet. This cabinet just has a tiny little space in between the wall and the window, and it's the perfect spot to hang this little broom that we use to clean up cat litter and the long arm Swiffer duster that doesn't fit inside the cabinet. Most of our cleaning tools are kept in the garage, but if you keep yours in the laundry room, a hook system would be really great to keep everything all together on one wall. And speaking of walls, I decluttered quite a bit when I was cleaning out this laundry room, and so now I don't have anything to put on here. That basket that I just put up there is empty, and then there's just the watering can and some hangers for putting away laundry. I really did get rid of quite a bit while I was cleaning up in here, and it was well overdue because a lot of the things in here weren't even being used at all. The sun is starting to go down. I've been doing this for a very long time, but I am determined to get done. And the last thing that I need to do in here is clean the windowsills. So I got these tools from Amazon and I have never used these before. We're gonna see if they work. I keep seeing all of the ads for them and they're supposed to make cleaning windowsills really easy. So let's try it out. This laundry deep clean and reorganize project took me an entire afternoon. So this is not a fast project, but the results are so worth it. I don't cringe when I walk in this room now, and it just feels nice and fresh and clean and like a place where I want to wash my clothes. I'll put links down for everything that I used in here, and I hope you're inspired to go clean up your own laundry room and add a few extra storage items in so it's a lot more functional than it had been. I'll also link the cabinetry that I have in here. It's the exact same cabinets and shelves that I have in my closet, and so far it has held up so well. It was easy to install. It's super customizable and you're able to add so much storage to a space just because they have so many different types of options like for walls or the towers, and you can really add so much in here. Like they have drawers, they have the pull-out system for the laundry. There's so much that you can do with this. If you've been on a mission to get your home and life more organized, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel and find me on Instagram at Leela Burris. I am always sharing new ideas and tips and tutorials and motivation for organizing your home, tackling your big projects, and handling time management and life organization along the way. We keep things simple around here, and I use the term organized-ish because nothing is ever perfect because we live in our homes, and so I try to only show you ways to get function out of your storage and then add the aesthetics later. So you're not going to get the Pinterest perfect look from my page almost ever, but you are going to get ideas that are going to work for you and your family and ideas for creating systems so you don't have to keep reorganizing and cleaning over and over again. So thank you for watching. I'm so grateful that you're here, and I hope that you come back and hang out with me again soon.